Good morning to you, and happy Tuesday. Hope your day is going pleasantly so far, even if you have just woken up. Who am I? I am Kitti Anders with declutterthebrain.com, and what do? I help six-figure entrepreneurs and CEOs, C-suites, I should say, to organize their space and streamline their thoughts so that they can focus on being profitably productive. And if you're not a six-figure, that's okay. You will be after you work with me. Okay? Does that sound like a motivation to have a chat with me? Yeah? Okay. We'll put the link down below. In the interim, we are addressing this week's content, which is the book. Well, it might not be reversed. Eat That Frog by Tracy. It came out in 1996. And this week we're looking at his big thing is about procrastination. And this week we're looking at things in this book that his advice that may or may not be right for everyone, especially ADHDers. Many of my clients are ADHD, as am I, and our brains, just plain and simple, work differently. That's just the way it is it? And one size does not fit all. Yesterday I talked about the premise of it is if you do your most difficult task first. If you need to even get paid to eat one frog, eat that frog as soon as you can, the first job of your day. If you need to eat two frogs, eat the uglier one first. Now, the first thing that we talked about yesterday was making sure that everything is written down, and I fully agree with that. Make your goals, make your deadlines, make your list of what's needed to do to achieve those goals and deadlines. Now, are you feeling overwhelmed just by what I said? So was I, as I was even saying it, and I'm the one saying it. What we need to do is niche those down using the Kitti 1 system, which is one room at a time, one area at a time, one thing at a time. But when you're faced with a monster task like that, then really it will serve you best to break it down. So making sure that you're only working with one goal and then one list, etc. We'll be talking about that this week. Today we are talking about first things first, beating that big old overwhelm. Yeah, overwhelm, the big O. Yeah, come on, it's a family show. Now, the Pareto principle, Pareto, dictates, yes, that the 80-20 rule applies to everything. On page 19, it says that you get 80% of your results from 20% of what you do. I meet the most clients through my newsletter and these videos. And it might take up more than 20% of my time, but that's pretty much it. So there's an example of that. Meaning that you need to set priorities, very important. Get the most important things done first. Now here's a tip that he says, and Darren Hardy, I love Darren Hardy, says, ask yourself, when you are on a project or just basically doing anything, does this fall into the 20%? Does this task fall into the 20% of what I must do, or the 80% that is not that necessary? I'll say that again. Does this task fall into the 20% that I must do to achieve my goal, even if that goal is only tidying the kitchen? That's okay, that's a goal. Or is scrolling while I'm wiping the kitchen counter, is that the 80%? You can answer that question. I know you can. Remember this. If you take nothing away from today's video, remember this. There will never be enough time to do everything that you have to do. Trust me, I know Mr. and Mrs. Overachiever. Yeah, I'm there, okay? But just cut yourself some slack, okay? Cut yourself some slack today and every day. Okie dokie. Thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to click the link down below if you have not already received your 7 easy steps to conquer your physical and mental clutter. And while you're there, go ahead and book a call, and we will see if you are right for one of those programs that I mentioned. Basically, it's a little taste. It's a taster of how you can work for me at a very, very reasonable investment and get a whole lot of clutter gone fast, so that you can focus on the things that matter. Is it not finally? It's finally time for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's finally time. Click that link. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.